I'm a big fan of musicals dating from the mid-20th century. Shows like Brigadoon, South Pacific, Kiss Me Kate, Oklahoma. I think they're all great. And all the ones that I just mentioned made a successful transition from Broadway to the silver screen. But my favorite among those 1950s era musicals is Meredith Willson's The Music Man. It premiered on Broadway in 1957 and came out in 1962 as a very successful film. In case you don't know The Music Man's plot, it's set in the early 20th century, where it was common for salesmen, and most of them happened to be men at that time in America's history, would travel the rails from town to town, hawking their services or wares. The Music Man deals with a particular salesman. His name is Harold Hill, at least that's what he calls himself. He claims to be able to teach school children in a town that he visits how to form a band. For a small fee, he will provide the instruments that are needed, and he will teach the kids how to be successful musicians. The thing of it is, Professor Howard Hill is a shyster. He makes his living by traveling around, taking people's money in good faith, and then, before their suspicions of him arise, jumping on a train and getting out of town. Due to a variety of circumstances, things don't work out for Harold Hill in the latest town that he goes to. But again, I think you should watch the movie and see what I'm talking about. As much as I like The Music Man, it isn't actually what I want to talk about in this vlog. I want to talk about the concept of magical thinking. Now, psychiatrists have come up with a definition for magical thinking. Magical thinking is a belief that merely thinking about an event in the external world can cause it to occur. It's not the same as dreaming or having aspirations or even making use of your imagination. It is just believing that if something is thought about, it will automatically become a reality. You see, Professor Harold Hill wanted to have the kids whose families he was fleecing just use what he called the think method to become expert musicians. What worries me is that magical thinking has seeped from a musical into our government at the highest levels, indeed, where some people and their followers say, fill in the blank has happened or will happen, and therefore it's fait accompli. There's nothing more to worry about. There are no loose ends, no hard work, no planning, no falling down and getting up again to continue. All you have to do is think that it will happen. The dangers in engaging in magical thinking are probably too numerous for me to list. I hope those of you watching will be able to figure that out for yourselves. The problem is, if we continue to let our country be led by folks that day after day cast off ideas, opinions, non-facts, that the people that believe in them affirm, we get further and further away from reality. We have an even more tenuous grasp of those pesky things called facts. What I'm doing anymore is trying to sift claims made by the highest levels of our government and cast them against reality and even truth. Because truth is truth, no matter what some would say, and facts are facts, like it or not. Some things are just not "you're entitled to your opinion" type statements. So that's what I'm doing. I hope I am encouraging you, though, to engage in the same kind of critical thinking. Because magic, well, it's one thing to pull rabbits out of hats and make handkerchiefs come out of your sleeves, but when it comes to governing a country and having trade and economic and diplomatic relations with other countries in the world, there's nothing magical about that. Thanks for watching my blog. I hope you'll encourage other people to subscribe to it.